Hi, this is Emcee Charyl and welcome to my page. So, are you someone who is a fan of using fillers or filler words or sounds? Well, filler words or sounds are those expressions that we use when we are hesitating to say what we are going to say next. Examples are uh, like, or. Filler words are good because they help us to think better of what we are going to say next. It's just that too much use of them would be distracting to our audience. And as MC, we want to avoid distraction as much as possible because a distracted audience is a not participative audience. We want our audience to be really staying put the whole time that we are handling the program, because if they're distracted then you would lose the flow of the program and everybody will just not enjoy the program that you have fully prepared for, the event, the grand event that you would want them to experience. So that's how crucial avoiding distractions are. And that's the thing with filler words, because they are very distracting if used too much by a speaker or by an MC. So I would like to share these three things that I have learned back when I was a DJ, because I still actually use these even right now, even when I am doing my MCing gigs as well. So, number one that you can do to avoid filler words is to take a pause. Like literally, take a pause and then deep breath. You take a pause right before you are about to say the filler word or expression. So it requires for you to really listen and pay attention to yourself. And when the urge of saying the filler word or sound comes, you have to pause and then continue. Now, why do we do that? We do that because pauses are more tolerable than the filler words or expressions. They can avoid lesser distractions than too much putting in filler words into the conversations. So just take a pause, take a deep breath, and then continue with what you wanted to say. The second thing that you would want to do to reduce the use of filler words or expressions is to repeat the last syllable of the last word that you have said. This actually, I would say, my go-to method out of these three that I'm going to share. I would say this is my go-to because this is fairly easy for me to do. So what you are going to do is you simply have to prolong the last syllable of the word that you are going to say if you would like to allow yourself to think of the next word that you wanted to say. The reason that it is also preferable to do that is because the long pauses, just not the long pauses, rather, the prolonged last syllable of the last word that you've said, just like the pause, will serve as like a continuation of the conversation. So it provides a transition to what you are going to say next. So there is really no distracting incident that could possibly enter in the picture. You are simply slowing down and letting your thought process for what you would want to say next. So that's the second thing, prolonging the last syllable of the last word before you would continue to the next word or phrase or sentence that you would like to say. And the third and last thing that you can do to avoid or reduce filler words or expressions is to repeat the last word, or to not the last word, to repeat the whole sentence or to repeat that particular phrase that you wanted to say, so that you would really deliver the whole thought completely. Now, this one is very tricky because it has a tendency to lead you to using the filler words eventually. But this is a good start for you to have a continuity of the flow of your conversation. When you go back to where you have started in that particular statement that you have said, and then you continue with the rest that you would want to say, then you are being continuous, or you're still being coherent with what you wanted to say, and that is what you want to achieve in your conversation. A continuous flow, a less distracted flow, and a less distracted communication is also a less distracted audience. Now, of course, these are things that you can do to reduce the use of filler words. We cannot totally and perfectly stop using the filler words, so our goal is to reduce using them as much as possible, because too much of them can really put distraction to our conversation. This is not good. This is not only good, rather, when you are handling a program. This is also applicable when you are speaking with someone out of your comfortable language. So, as Cebuanos, our comfortable language is our mother tongue, of course, Cebuano. So, kung mag-English ta or kung mag-Tagalog ta, we really have to adjust our, you know, see, I'm using the filler word. So, when we are using the language we are not comfortable with, we tend to lean to the help of the filler words. Sometimes we can, if we are really stuck in the middle, we can use this, but we have to really pay attention that we do not use them too much, because too much of them can really result to distraction, and that's what you want to avoid when you are in a conversation or when you are doing a hosting event. All right, so that's it for today. Thank you so much for keeping it here. Bye for now. See you next time.